Welcome to the Fashion the Mind All Things Beauty Alert YouTube channel. It is none other than your Triple C CEO, Jennifer C. Cook, the one that consistently builds class, confidence, and courage. Just in the door from Atlanta, Georgia. Did a quick little trip down there this weekend and enjoyed myself. Despite there was a little bit of rain yesterday, I still was able to have some fun and get out and enjoy. And I hope that you have incorporated the same thing into your life, because in order for you to live that healthy, abundant, joy-filled life, you have to carve out time for you. Well, as I was driving back, I was thinking about two subject matters that I hear people talk about a lot. And as a premier motivational speaker, award winner, and the list goes on, I wanted to tackle this particular subject. And I'm not sure who is going to see this video, but I would like to give you some food for thought. When purpose and passion never meet. I'll say that again. When purpose and passion never meet. A lot of times people say, what is my purpose? Why am I put here on earth? What am I supposed to be doing with my life or at this current moment in my life? And that begins to give people a lot of things to question. They question their careers, they question their relationships, they question their geographic location, they question their education, because people are always trying to figure out purpose. Well, I think one of the things that we would want to consider is when you want to know the purpose of something, you want to go to the designer, the manufacturer, or the creator. Am I correct? When you purchased, let's just say, an iron, you discovered that the iron can get the wrinkles out of your clothes. When you purchased your coffee maker, you realize that your coffee maker is to make coffee. And in some cases, if it's not a Keurig, in some cases, your coffee maker can actually make hot tea. So it just all depends on the manufacturer and what you discover in addition to what the manufacturer originally created that particular product for. So people begin to question, again, many different aspects of their lives when they start thinking about purpose. And then you start to go back down memory lane and you start looking at, well, I started out over here and then I went there, but now I'm here. How does all of that add up? But then at the same time, you're excited and you're passionate about things. You like to cook, you like to travel, you like to dance, you like to sing. So you become passionate about those things. You get involved in community works and you feel like, wow, if I give a little bit more of myself with my passion, that's going to automatically bring me to my purpose. But that's not always the case, ladies and gentlemen. And let me explain to you why. The two are two totally different things. Now, yes, can certain things bring the two together? Absolutely, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about when the two don't meet. Just because you are passionate about something doesn't mean that that's your ultimate purpose. Just because you like to write doesn't mean you're going to necessarily become an author. And see, it's in those moments of our lives where many of us become frustrated because we start looking at some of our greats. And I'm just going to use an example, Oprah Winfrey. We look at all of her accomplishments and achievements, and you look at her track record of where she started and where she ended. Yes, her passion, her purpose did come together. But that may not necessarily be the case for you or for me. And you have to be willing to accept that. Now, can you still live a flourishing, full, abundant life if the two never meet? Absolutely. Because man is made of three parts: body, soul, and spirit. So therefore, you can explore many different aspects of your life and still be fulfilled and understand, even though my passion may not be my purpose and my purpose may not be my passion, they all serve me well, and I can use those things to serve others. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, your purpose here on earth, and I know a lot of us don't want to hear this, your ultimate purpose, goal, and design here on earth is servitude. If what you are doing is not of service and edification to others, then you may want to question that. Because we were created to be helpers one to another. Not to be hoarders, not to be selfish, not to be greedy. We were here, we were put here to be helpers to one another. And sometimes what you may be in search of, someone else has the answer to, but you just haven't accessed it yet. And this is how you begin to realize one's purpose. And I just want to clarify and set the record straight. And I know some people may disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine, because I've come to understand that what I deliver is not for everyone, but for my audience and people who follow me and understand where I'm coming from and appreciate my impartation. I want you to understand your number one purpose is servitude. It is not to amass wealth. It is not to heal the world, as the old song, "We Are the World." That's not your purpose. Your purpose is right in your local community, is to be of service to someone else. Right on your job, to be of service to someone else. Okay? And I know a lot of people don't like to hear the word servitude because you think of it in the negative sense, but let me help you understand the role of a servant. When a person becomes a servant and you build a relationship with the one that you are serving, favor comes upon your life. You build relationships and go places that you could never think or imagine. Servants can sometimes help abort things that could potentially hinder the one that they're serving. And what I'll say is I'll use an example. In corporate America, when you are an executive assistant, an administrative assistant, office manager, business support person, you are backing up upper management. Well, in those roles of service, you sometimes have more power and authority than you would ever think that you have. Why? Because you'll find that your manager or your director will release certain responsibilities to you that he or she may not give to anybody else on the team. And though your position may seem to be less than somebody else's position, you have greater power and impact as a servant. You can make a difference. So understand that our purpose here as human beings is to serve. Now, I'm not saying to allow yourself to be taken advantage of, to be mistreated, to be neglected. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is use good wisdom and judgment when you are serving someone. Learn body languages. Learn communication. Learn all of the things that you can for those that you are serving on how you can help make their life better. Because I guarantee you this, when you take the lower position and you serve someone who is in a higher position, unless that person is truly arrogant, nasty, selfish, user, unless they are those things, more than likely, they're going to take careful note of what you are doing, and the reward will come somehow, some kind of way. And all of our rewards sometimes do not come monetarily. Some things can come emotionally, some things can come spiritually, but you have to be willing and able to accept that that's how it came. And when you understand the power that you hold as a servant, then you will know how to wield your power. Not manipulate, but you will know how to utilize and wield that power for the better good. So Jennifer, what are you saying? So you mean to tell me I'm a fashion designer and I love designing clothes. That's not my purpose? No, not necessarily so. Or that might be your passion, but it does not bring about your purpose. See, I want everybody to stop questioning their purpose because, again, I'll go back to what I said a moment ago. You were created to serve. Now you have to understand in what capacity you will serve. So this way, you will eliminate all of the guesswork and the frustration. Now, when it comes to passion, you could be passionate about numerous things, but the two may not ever meet up. Even though they are a part of who you are, you embody those things. And these are the things that wake you up in the morning, that get you excited, that give you a new outlook on life and help you to plot and plan your next steps. But that doesn't mean that the two will come together. Now, there will be times when they pat hands with each other, but ultimately, it may not be that they will ever come together in complete harmony. Because why? The creator, the designer, and the manufacturer of you and me gave us a specific purpose, but has allowed us to tap into multiple passions. And see, I'm gonna help you understand this before I jettison. Passions come and passions go. This time next year, what you are passionate about currently may not be the thing you're passionate about then. But guess what? Your purpose never, ever changes. So I just wanted to give you all something to consider and think about, because as we begin to grow together, and the more you tap into this YouTube channel, you are going to be edified, built up, and strengthened in such a way that you will not ever have to question why you're here, what you are to be doing, because the goal is to help you flesh all of those things out of your mind so that you can walk in 3 key principles that I always talk about. And that is class, confidence, and courage. So I hope you enjoy these few moments that we have had together. I encourage you to share this with everybody you know when purpose and passion never meet, because this is where we are heading. And this is vitally important as many of us are about to catapult into 2020. I need you to accept, understand, and continue moving forward in everyday life, happy, flourishing, full to the brim of love, joy, peace, and happiness. So everybody, you have a great one. Subscribe, and make sure that you are following me also on my social media platform. So please go over to Instagram, and we are Fashion the Mind over there. And on Facebook, we are Fashion the Mind, Fashion the Figure. And on Twitter, we are Fashion the Mind. So make sure you stay closely connected to your Triple C CEO, the one that consistently builds class, confidence, and courage, because definitely hitching your wagon to mine, you are going somewhere. Be blessed and take care.